Got a review of the T-VI-100 today. This is courtesy of Jocko3000, who gifted me the tank along with a load of premium time and boosts, which I really appreciate, and yeah, it's due to him that I can do this video. Now the video is shorter than my other ones have been because the tank isn't that much different than the Tiger on the German tree. You get 10 less penetration on your AP shell, you get about 10 more penetration on your premium shell, and you do 250 damage instead of 240 per shot. Other differences, this one's got a weaker engine, but in game you don't really notice it. The mobility is quite good. It's not felt slow, unlike the hammer. The hammer is quite slow to the point where I just didn't like it. This one's pretty good. You still get the minus 7 degrees of gun depression like you do in the German tank, as you can see there, which is workable. You can put it to good use. Other than that, the tank looks really quite good. I think Wargaming have done quite well on the design of it. It doesn't look stupid. I was worried it'd look like the Panther does when I heard of it. You know, it'd have a big needle-like gun on the front, but it's okay. Flaws of the tank, it's a Tiger, so it's gigantic, and it's only got 100mm frontal armour, so a lot of shots can go through. You've got to be really good rear angling to bounce anything. And other than that, the main downside is just how much Wargaming are charging for it. This tank is costing a fortune right now. And while I quite like it, it's a fun tank, it's not bad at all. It's powerful for a tier 7 as all Tigers are. I don't think it's worth paying the gold charging currently. I'd probably wait until it shows up in a personal offer or a sale some other time. Although I've heard rumours it might not be available for another year at least. So there is that to bear in mind. If you're a collector you might want it. Otherwise, well, I'd just say just grind up a German tree and just get the Tiger 1, to be fair. It gives you the same playstyle and it doesn't cost you a penny. Now, into the game. I've gone to the middle because their artillery is already dead. They only had one, so I was going to chance it here. Trying to put some shots into an M51 because he's a big threat. He can hit me for 390 damage and he can cut through the armour easily enough. So I'm going to constantly bear him in mind. I can fire 2 shots roughly to his 1 if I get my timing right. So I know that once I fire a shot, I've got a few seconds before he's going to show up again. So you see me fire and I've backed off now. I've angled my armour, ready for him to shoot. And he fires and doesn't go in. So yeah, all good so far. Got a 131 and a lurver around the corner. Ideally I want to focus down the lurver because he's got quite good armour. I know any of my teammates can shoot 131 and pen it, so I'm going to leave that to them for now. Again, I'm backing off and I bounce the shell from the M51. I know he's got about 10 seconds on his reload. Go forward to take another shot and back off again. Now his next shot's going to pen. I think he got annoyed at me and that one goes straight through. But I hit him again and he's going to back off. Now you get to see the rate of fire on the tank at work here. It can whittle people's health down pretty quick. You don't want to engage multiple tanks at once, and like I'm doing here, you want to use cover. You don't want to stay exposed. You want to take your shot, reverse off, get in cover and pop back out when you're ready. As the Tigers are easy to pen, you want to keep the exposure minimal. Here, they're going to see my turret and maybe a tiny part of my plate over that hill. Now the XP earn rates and the silver rates aren't amazing. It's a 30% extra silver and 20% extra XP, I believe. I mean, it will earn you silver, but they're not massively high XP rates, silver rates. It's not a tank you're going to buy for those, let's say, like a Lurver, which has got a 60% silver rate. It'll do okay, but you're going to need, you know, high damage games to make a high profit. I'm going to make over 100k on this, but it's over a 3k damage game, so for a tier 7 that's pretty good. Right, now at this point I'm just looking for my next target. I do want to kill the M51 just because he shot me earlier, but I noticed the light tank's backing up, so I'm going to stop in a minute and just wait for him to drive out. He doesn't seem to be aware of me, so it's a nice easy kill. He's dead, and then their last tank's dead as well. A very fast game. I want to give a quick shout out to a forumer who's in the game, DevHash I believe it is. If I mispronounced that, I am sorry. He did about 4k damage, killed everything he came across. I'll show his name in a minute anyway, just to make sure I didn't mispronounce it. Now that was an ace in the tank, because I was mainly shooting at tier 8s. But for Tiger 1 standards, you know, it was an okay game, but they're all very powerful tanks. Doing that kind of damage is quite easy in them if you know what you're doing. It is a fun tank, like I say, it is very capable. It's just the price, they're charging a fortune for it, it really is a shame. I think if they're selling it a couple of 1,000 gold cheaper, you'd see a lot of these. As it is, I think they're going to be quite rare. that might be another reason to buy it, I guess, if you're the type of person who wants to drive a tank you're not going to see many of, because I don't think you're going to see many of these. There'd be a lot of angry wives, I think, you know, if a lot of the blokes bought these. Now I'll go back to the garage, I'll bring up the stat page, so anyone who's, you know, wants to see them can pause it and just have a quick look. But it's like I said, it's not too dissimilar to the standard Tiger 1, you know, 10 extra here, 10 off there, it's all very similar. It plays exactly the same. If you played the Tiger 1, then yeah, it's just like that. It's a nice looking tank though, as you can see. But yeah, there's the stats for you. Now I'm going to get working on another vid fairly soon. I'm not sure what to do with them yet. A forumer has asked me to take a look at turretless TDs, as they can be a bit tricky, so I might well do that. However, the FV4202 is coming back to the game at tier 10, and to get to that people are going to have to go do the Centurion 7-1. So I picked that tank up again, and if I don't do that one next, I might do it after the TDs and get a review done on that, just so you know, if you've never played it before, what to expect with the tank. It's very, very good, to be fair, and one of the better looking tanks in the game. It's probably going to be a few days before I can get another review up, but I'll try and get it done for you when I can. Anyway, as always, thanks for watching, guys. If you didn't mind the vid, please do drop a like or subscribe, it helps me out a lot. And I'll get another one done for you soon. Cheers.